The Mayo Clinic and IBM share a common vision for the future of medicine. This is a future where medical practice is improved by knowledge generated from the integration of diverse clinical and biomedical data, leading to more effective and targeted treatments, and ultimately, personalized medicine. IBM and the Mayo Clinic have embarked on a collaboration to accelerate advances in patient care and research with an aggressive set of technology initiatives. As part of this collaboration, the Mayo Clinic and IBM created an integrated clinical genomics information infrastructure that contains demographic, diagnostic, physiological, and genomic data in a security-rich environment that meets all HIPAA and federally mandated institutional review board requirements for patient data confidentiality. In order to maximize the utility of this clinical genomics environment, a user-friendly data virtualization engine and query tool called Data Discovery and Query Builder was implemented. This tool enables authorized clinicians and researchers access to unprecedented amounts of patient information. Mayo physicians and researchers now can perform queries on more than 4.4 million patient records, enabling tasks such as the identification of candidates for participation in clinical studies in minutes instead of months. In addition to Data Discovery and Query Builder, the integrated solution also includes Mayo's analysis software, as well as commonly used tools from IBM business partners such as SAS, Spotfire, and PubGene. To assist in the following demonstration, we have enlisted the aid of a fictional clinician we call Dr. Sanders. In addition, IBM has worked with the Mayo Clinic to secure data for this demonstration that is either wholly fictional or has been modified by law to ensure anonymity. Dr. Sanders is investigating the differences in gene expression between patients with hematological malignancy and patients with benign hematological conditions. He hopes that analysis of these results can discover genetic differences and lead to new diagnostic or therapeutic targets for this disease. Dr. Sanders is interested in patients with acute myeloid leukemia, or AML, as compared to patients with the benign condition infectious mononucleosis. We will assume that he is only interested in living, pre-geriatric male patients from Illinois in relatively good health, as demonstrated by a normal white blood cell count, and who have received prednisone treatment. In the past, he would have spent a significant amount of time and resources to identify the appropriate patient cohorts for this investigation. Now, thanks to IBM Healthcare and Life Sciences Clinical Genomics Solution, the same task can be completed in minutes versus weeks or months. To begin, Dr. Sanders logs into Data Discovery and Query Builder, which automatically verifies his identity and location. He now has access to only as much data as his authentication and authorization level allows. This robust, rules-based security feature ensures compliance with regulatory and IRB standards. Dr. Sanders will begin by querying for patients under the age of 60 and living in Illinois at the time of diagnosis for AML or infectious mononucleosis. As previously mentioned, finding such information once required significant time, personnel, and money. Data Discovery and Query Builder makes this easy with a feature called Event Profiles. Often, when searching for research subjects, the current condition of the subject is not as interesting as the condition at the time that a test was taken or a diagnosis was made. Dr. Sanders creates an event profile for the desired conditions present at the time the diagnosis was made. Now, he creates a query on acute myeloid leukemia using ICD-9 diagnosis codes. Because he doesn't know the ICD-9 numeric value for AML, he will search ICD-9 by term and selects the top two values which contain specific mention of the disease. If he ran the query at this time, he would return many hundreds of patients. Instead, he chooses to add additional conditions to narrow the results. Dr. Sanders selects and applies the event profile which narrows the results to only those patients who are less than 60 years of age and were living in Illinois at the time of their diagnosis. Next, he easily adds the conditions that the patient be male and not deceased. Now, Dr. Sanders adds the condition for a normal white blood cell count result. Defining what is normal for a test type depends on many variables, and new lab tests occur frequently. He doesn't need to know or sort through this complexity. The data virtualization technology in Data Discovery and Query Builder dynamically maps all physical underlying data, as it is introduced, to associated upper and lower limits of normal, making it easy for him to build his query. He could just as easily have searched for abnormal results, which are often of greater interest.